Australia's most gifted psychics are about to take you on an incredible journey into the unknown.
It's very, very hard to get in on her inner circle.
He nailed it, definitely.
I feel like you're very, very good with facts, figures, numbers and information.
I definitely give that one a big tick.
Something to do with a blood clot. I would have said you would have had a stroke.
I'd love her as a doctor.
I'm getting a really strong presence here.
Is this your bag?
Who will be the one?
Hello and welcome as we continue our search for Australia's most gifted psychic. Tonight we'll see some amazing medical diagnoses and a few revealing celebrity confessions. Our psychics will also provide airport security paranormal style when they try to reunite some suspect luggage with a passenger on a plane. And then our judges will ask one more psychic to leave the show before we hand it over to you, the viewer, to finally decide who is the one. It has been a challenge for our psychics. There was the missing boy in the bush. We had a container search looking for the final resting place of Ned Kelly. And we've had some hits. We've also had some misses. But here's a question. Can psychics diagnose medical conditions on site? They say they can. In fact, it's one of the main reasons people visit psychics. And tonight, we'll find out. I know one lady who will make a strong case for unconventional medicine. That's our psychic panellist, Stacey DeMarco. G'day, Stacey. Now, Stacey, this is an area of the psychic gift that is really quite strong, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very strong, and I like this idea about unconventional and conventional medicine, because plenty of things that were considered highly unconventional are now accepted.
Do you think science is threatened by unconventional medicine?
I think we fear what we don't understand, and this is something that is a very maverick idea, and science doesn't necessarily like maverick ideas.
Right. Hoping to understand the maverick area, or maybe not. Our resident skeptic, Richard Saunders. G'day, Richard. So where do you sit on this? Do you pay any credence to the ability to see illness?
Andrew, I don't care what the claim is. As long as it works and can save lives, then by all means let it become part of science. So if psychics have the power to diagnose and to heal people, I'd be delighted.
But what do you think?
No.
Right, okay. Not much middle ground there, is there? Look, we all lead pretty busy lives. Sometimes we'll bypass the aches and pains, you know, can't be bothered getting them checked out. Well, imagine if you could have someone walk up to you on the street and tell you exactly what's wrong with you.
What I'm going to do to you today is I'm going to try and read you psychically. When I use medical intuition, I use psychic fingers to run down their body, and then what happens is that any pain they may have felt or they may be feeling will be relayed back to me as a mirror image. You're slightly losing your hearing here.
Yes, I worked with heavy machinery.
Yeah, because I feel like I see a slight hearing loss.
My hearing is damaged.
My God, you have got yourself in the walls in the past, haven't you? You've been a bit of a naughty boy, haven't you? What I'm saying is, you've had a few fights here and there, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, but I do feel affecting the jawline here, to be honest with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was street fighting, and I got all this side of my face fractured and this side broke.
Now, this lung here at the back, you do get a little pain from that one, don't you?
Not so much now.
You used to? Yep.
Used to.
Yep.
I had pneumonia as a child.
You were quite sick from that, weren't you?
I nearly died.
You nearly died, yeah, because I really feel like that you weren't that close.
That's right. My twin brother died from it, and I lived. But then I got it again 4 years ago, and I nearly died then.
Did you actually think you had an ulcer at one point?
I had ulcer.
You had an ulcer, yes, because I'm feeling the ulcer coming through here. Your misspent youth has possibly got your body into a bit of trouble, but from what I'm feeling is that you are on the road to recovery.
She's very, very good. It's amazing, really, how much she did pick up about not only the injuries, but the lifestyle that resulted in injury.
Today I'm going to use Reiki to connect with the people so I can work out where the energy is going in their body. When a Reiki channel's hand is placed on or around the body, it tends to be attracted to the places of greatest need. like where their illnesses are, and that's what we pick up on. I can feel the energy go more to the left side of your body. In fact, I'm feeling the spleen, and it could be that you've had some kind of viral fever, which has taken a lot of energy away from you.
I'm constantly getting bronchitis, and I'm constantly having like a really bad cough, so I was like, that's pretty spot on.
I'm feeling an energy pattern around the eye, but it's going to the ear, more the right side. So I'm thinking sinuses.
I've had my adenoids taken out, and so like that's helped me breathe and it's stopped my snoring.
The thing that comes to me is 7 or 8. When you were 7 or 8 years old, did you have somebody in your life die or pass away?
Yes. My grandma died when I was 7, and that was like a big emotional thing for me.
That, to me, the emotional shock places a weakness in the lungs. So it's important for you to heal the emotions, and then your lungs will heal and you'll stop getting sick.
I'm pretty blown out, like it's pretty amazing that he knew all that stuff.
With the medical intuitive, I'm using clairsentience, which is basically feeling, in order to identify their medical history, as well as some clairvoyance, which is seeing in my mind's eye places in their body which have some problems. First thing I was picking up was just a slight misalignment just on this back hip, lower back area. And has that been causing you a bit of pain?
Yes, it has.
Because I've been actually getting a sense of that.
I have misalignment in my lower back, which I'm having intensive chiropractic adjustments for currently.
I feel that there's been a little problem with one shoulder as well too, you know. I don't know whether that had been damaged maybe 4 or 5 years ago or had some sort of pain done to it.
That's actually quite amazing. It's something that I did forget about. I lived in Hong Kong and I had a cycling accident. I fell off a bike and hurt my shoulder quite badly.
But overall, not a bad specimen of a human being.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not pleasant being medical intuitive. It's very internal. I will feel the pain at its peak, at its worst.
Your stomach plays up. You get this, gastric reflux.
Yeah, certain foods do really upset my stomach. I have to be careful. Gastric reflux, I guess, is an issue. I wouldn't actually put that name to it, but the stomach irritation definitely is, depending on what sort of foods that I eat.
This part of your back in here, you got a problem with what, a vertebrae in there.
That lower back that she picked up on actually happened about a month ago. I hurt my back at the gym, so yeah, it's been sore for quite a while.
Clicks? Left knee clicks?
Yeah, well, I heard that playing netball when I was a child, so it's always been a bit sore. Yeah. There were present things that have just happened just recently, but there was also a few things that Amanda touched on that had actually happened when I was a child. So yeah, very, very accurate, I'd say.
It's quite impressive, but why don't we take it one step further? I'd like you to meet 5 patients, all with very different medical histories. First up is Paul. How are you going, Paul?
Good, thanks, Andrew.
What is it about you that we obviously can't tell by just looking at you?
5 years ago, I received a kidney transplant.
Yeah.
That was from my sister.
Right.
And that means now I've got 3 kidneys.
So
my 2 that don't function and the new one just here in the front.
Third kidney at the front?
Yes.
Wow. Terence, what's your condition?
Continuously recurring skin cancer, glaucoma, some emphysemic damage from tobacco smoking. I don't recommend it.
How are you? What's your hidden condition?
My hidden condition is that I'm an amputee. I lost my left leg below the knee 9 months ago in a motorbike accident.
Right. G'day, Ross.
Yeah, there.
Thanks for being part of the one. What's your condition?
Oh, 7 years ago, I suffered a stroke. I knew very little about it at the time, about stroke, but I've since obviously learned a lot. In fact, a campaign running at the moment by National Stroke Foundation.
Yep.
And it's called the FAST campaign.
All right, so the FAST program helps with stroke detection, obviously, before it happens. So look at you, there doesn't appear to be much wrong, so it'll be an interesting case for our psychics. And finally, g'day, Joel.
Hey.
What's your condition?
I'm a freestyle motocross rider with the Crusty Demons.
Right on.
And throughout my career, I've sustained numerous amounts of broken bones.
How many broken bones?
17 in total.
Right.
So
good on you, Joel.
Yep, thanks.
Now, the psychics have been locked down backstage. They haven't heard a word of this. So here's the question. Can they come out here and diagnose these medical conditions? That's coming up on the search for Australia's most gifted psychic. You're watching The One.